down for Vici Gaming to get a puck as well and get that coil snap combo with the future Willow pick.
Okay.
The spirit moves me.
In Western European Deep Sea region, we had pucks all the time, right? And we had where break down the other regions.
Courier
Every time Tigo talked about China, we had the stats on the puck. They didn't like it.
They didn't like it.
They've not liked it the whole season.
Not a big deal.
Coming to the...
I accept. I accept. I accept.
I would be down for Earth Spirit,
5
but
seconds.
I think that's the main reason why you'll see puck in China's hands.
I can almost guarantee that they kind of bamboozled EG there, because I've been in this spot where you're drafting in your first pick like EG, and you have the second pick of the second round, and you're thinking they're almost certainly going to pick Willow to synergize with the Mars, and then what goes well with Willow, just like you said, is the puck. They're going to pick Willow, then we're going to pick puck. Like, that's what EG, I think, was thinking here. I can almost say that with maybe like 20% confidence.
That's pretty high.
I think that's pretty high.
Good,
for the
Brian.
Pretty good.
And the fact that Vici mixed it up here, there's no way Willow fits into EG's draft naturally. The Lion and Willow are both crit heroes. I don't think I've ever seen Fly play either of those. So with that in mind, I would be now validated slightly. VG snap picks Willow. And they are preemptively planning for that Willow, actually.
Yeah.
It's one of the best heroes against Willow, because it removes everything. You can even remove the fear with the aphotic shield, all the brambles.
One exception. The shard.
The shard does make it very
10
annoying.
seconds to go.
I hate that shard.
The shard of Willow for people at
5
home,
seconds.
as we've been asked to.
That's right. We've
explain.
been told to explain.
Yes, Shard of
Please
Willow.
give the context.
If your the cursed crown pops, you get stunned, and then you also now get 4 brambles around you. So if you get rid of that debuff that gets you stunned, you'll still not be stunned, but the moment that that debuff is removed, whether it is via the spell or it ticks out, the brambles will always spawn. If you manta the cursed crown off, brambles spawn. If you get shielded, brambles spawn. It's every time.
Very annoying.
Brambles everywhere.
I guess now Vici Gaming are thinking, like, is this too easy?
Is that enough?
Did we
change
mastermind
their
this whole
mind?
thing? Yeah.
I don't think it should be, because Mars Puck are 2 heroes that are not easy to save against, just because they have AoE control, and Abaddon's cast range is low enough that oftentimes if the arena is on the proper target, you
Radiant's
can't
pick.
get the shield off. Now, like I said, they were gonna go for the 4th pick, Phoenix.
20% positivity, 80%, who knows?
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool though. For all I know, they could have still been planning the Willow, but this is an adjustment to a hero that you don't shield off
10
anything. Yeah, the
seconds to
fire
go.
spirits theoretically, but that's not what this hero's about. Unless that hero that gets
5
shielded
seconds.
is then killing the egg. You have the percent-based damage against the
Radiant's
Timbersaw.
ban.
Great strength hero
Ember
against the
Spirit.
Timbersaw out of all of them. And they go for the Ember. They still have no egg hitter, oddly enough.
Do you feel like they desperately need it? Like, is that something that you want to see coming out of their last pick, or is there a different way to go about it?
They have a Dispel, they have Timber Chain, they have Ember Spirit, with the
10
Remnant away.
seconds to
I
go.
think their plan, unless they explicitly pick a
5
egg
seconds.
hitter, is to just disengage, which...
That's a lot easier said than done. You got coil in
Dyer's
arena
ban.
to make sure you're not
Just
really...
walk away.
Just walk away. It's just that simple. And EG, I'm sure that they were like, why the Phoenix instead? And they ban out one of the good heroes that Vici Gaming could have paired with that HP regen from the Sunray. They ban out Poyoyo's Spectre. Any other tanky cores that Poyoyo has been playing?
I mean, Poyo has been playing a lot
10
of Faceless
seconds
Voice.
to
I was gonna
go.
say, you have to ban
For
Void.
sure, yeah.
Absolutely have
Especially
to
with the
ban.
Snapfire.
Yeah, we
5
saw
seconds.
actually earlier today, he did well with the Medusa. It was also the combination
Radiant's ban.
of the Puck and the Willow and the Snapfire.
They ban out Medusa themselves. I'm not hot on Medusa as a core. I think it only worked out that game because it went as late as it did.
The timing window for your Mystic Snake talent moved from 15 to 20. It's noticeable.
It's
I've
brutal.
seen it twice, and the hero's power spike just isn't there.
10 seconds to go.
Before that, the stars aligned. You hit all 3 timings right at the
5
20-minute mark.
seconds.
Ags, level 15, and Ag Shard. But now it's just another, what, 10 minutes that it takes?
Yeah,
to get
because like
5 levels?
you'd think getting from 15 to 20 would be easy because it used to be easy for Medusa, but it was so easy because she had that talent originally. So it's such a big gap, but it's still a strong hero.
Dire's banned.
What do we want to see? We talk a lot about what we want to see coming out for Poyo, for Vici Gaming, but what does EG need? What do we want to see on Arteezy? I feel like Ember Spirit will probably be Abed's hero.
Yeah, most likely.
Seems super basic, but I don't even love it that much. I would be surprised if they just pick Luna. Every single time they've had a Baden
10 seconds
that
to
I've
go.
seen, they've picked Medusa, Luna, Drow, pretty much
5
all these
seconds.
ranged heroes, right? Out of all the ones I can think of, that would be the strongest
Radiant's
lane, and I
pick.
know that's what EG puts emphasis on.
They
I
have
don't
the
think they're going to go
Lifestealer.
for something like Jug. I don't think they'll go a survivable egg hitter. I'm pretty sure they're going to all in the lane and
You
tempo
want-
of the game.
You want to talk disengage? How about Naga Siren? Dude's been playing it a lot.
Yeah, they tried it earlier against Beast Coast. It wasn't
10
very
seconds
successful
to
though.
go.
But in that line of thought, what do you think about any kind of different
Dire's
illusion
pick.
core?
Like the
Let's
Terrorblade.
find out, Terrorblade. That was where I was going.
Lame.
But it was also the most.
Yeah, you
What
just
is-
like
what-
to imagine that
yeah.
EG has some creativity, and then they just pick the same hero.
This,
Hey, it's
this
worked.
is Bulba we're talking about,
It's
Brian.
worked.
Fair.
They won
No,
2
it's a
games
good
with
hero.
it already.
No, it's EG. It's Arteezy's Terrorblade. If it's even
10
viable in
seconds
any
to
patch
go.
ever, they make it work. The fact that they're still getting it this
5
late on in the
seconds.
draft is almost disrespectful. They haven't been forced to ever pick up Terrorblade earlier than 9th, 10th.
How's the Morphling Terrorblade matchup?
It is Morphling favored, but you're also dealing with a Timbersaw lane, which isn't fantastic for you. It's good once you get 6. You know, this is a really good Morphling game. Other than the Lion, I'm like looking at it now. You also have the Ember Spirit, one of the best heroes to morph into, with the Slight Chains combo.
Now that's a
That's
team.
like right when you said it, I'm like
Who's it gonna
trying to
be?
come up with reasons why it wouldn't
Give
be
me
good.
that 20%,
And then
Brian. I need the 20%
I couldn't come up with any reason why it wasn't good. So that makes a lot of sense. This might be too powerful of a Morphling pick. I hate to go against Arteezy's Terrorblade, but there is so much mid-game magic damage here, as opposed to the game I saw earlier, is relatively limited. You have Phoenix, Puck. Like, even the Phoenix is so annoying. I think that's one of the worst supports to play Terrorblade into. AoE magic, and you don't really hit the egg here. Can't really run away from the egg. As long as Morphling gets off to a decent start, I think Vici Gaming's going to take this one.
North America's waking up. 70% for EG, 30% for Vici Gaming.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know about those. That seems a little lopsided.
Hey, it's for the series, okay?
Okay.
And I think they voted this before the draft. Give them a break.
Sure, fine. I'll
You have
give
to
you a
give them
break.
credit. If they saw that perfect Morphling pick, that numbers would shift a bit.
I'm going Vici. I have only been encouraged by their performance throughout this entire wildcard group stage. And EG, I mean, I think they're still finding their place. If they're going to keep picking illusion carries for Arteezy, it's going to get figured out. It might just get figured out in the group stage.
All right, well, we'll see if it gets figured out right now. The Terrorblade of Arteezy, yet undefeated here in the Kyiv Major. We're going to find out if they can keep that record or if Vici Gaming will take game 1 of this to a game series. We're heading over to our commentary duo. It is Odie Pill and Frog, I believe.
Yes, thank you, Sheev. It is me and Odie Pillow. EG versus Vici. Heavy team fight draft on Vici. EG going for their staple, their Terrorblade. Owen, how do you feel about this one?
Well, we saw the Terrorblade, of course, the other day, and we did have some, highlight-worthy plays coming out from Arteezy, so definitely something to be feared there. But now I've got to agree with some of the points of the panel. I think that this Morphling, it's got a lot of potential this game. I'm seeing a lot of heroes that this Morphling's going to have a pretty good time just sort of sitting at the side, getting the punches in and coming in with the zip-zap to blow them up.
I feel like he's got some really good heroes also to turn into, right? Versus Ember Spirit, it's been a common one that the Morphling has picked up versus, because you kind of have an Ember Spirit on your team. Even versus Ember Spirit, versus Terrorblade 2 can work really well. Versus Timbersaw, we saw, it was Ame popped off, turning into Timber in most of the fights. So it does feel like it might be a little bit of an uphill battle for EG, but if they can split up the map a lot, which I think is the style that they're looking for, since Vici has overwhelming team fight, perhaps they can do it. And it looks like we have a little bit of a, what do we got going on? A little bit of a pause. They're spamming some chat wheels. Let me see what's going on. Maybe a little bit of lag, I think they said. Oh, they're talking to each other. IceFrog's talking old 11. I can't translate.
Oh, should I get the translation?
Can you get on it? Can you get on it? Yeah.
I'll, here we go. Of course, a man of many languages myself. I do this all from the top of my head. It's just, I believe they are correcting the temperature of the room that they are currently playing.
Oh, okay. I think we also need some temperature correction too. I think Shannon was saying that it's quite warm up here today for us casting. Yes, he's nodding, so he's giving me the little thumbs up for it. How you doing, On?
Yeah, I don't know if IceFrog is where is IceFrog?
What did he say?
From what I can tell, he said,
he's trolling.
The room is too cold. We are too hot in here, which obviously doesn't make any sense. But you know, there you go. So, I believe they're just finding that fine point of not being too cold and too hot at the same time. Now making sure that things are perfect here before the game goes down.
Is your translation on point? Are you sure though?
Well, I don't know, because it also potentially is something about farming as well. So he could be talking about the game. I'm a little rusty, all right, when it comes to
you're getting better.
languages that I do. You know, I'm getting there. But no, yeah, looking forward to this one. I mean, Frog, what would you say, you know, from what we've seen so far from these two teams at this tournament, Vici Gaming and EG, have they sort of been coming in at the level you expected? Are you seeing any sort of stand-up performances from any of these players? You know, is this what you were prepared to see from these teams? Or we get some overperforming, underperforming in certain areas on them?
No, I had both of these two highly regarded, so I've been impressed from EG. Just the 2v5, of course, stands out. You know, that big bro Sunder play. But Vici has been playing their staple, just super comfortable heroes. They've been looking really good. So it should be a really good showdown. I'm really hoping that we have lots of team fights, and it seems like we do have the resume, so let's check it out.
We do indeed. Looks like the temperature has been perfected here as EG and Vici Gaming ready to go. As we'll see. See if Arteezy can do it again. He's been doing it many times here, the Master Tier Terrorblade. But as mentioned on the panel, the expectation for Vici Gaming to go for that morph, they do so. We'll see if it hits as hard as the analysts expect it to do so here in the hands of Poyoyo.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see Ice as well, because I do see something that I really like when I see Timbersaws is 2 strength supports. Being able to explode these two can be very effective, especially in lane. It is the Snapfire 5 position. I think Timbersaw can take advantage of that pretty consistently. So we'll see how they can actually handle the pressure of Ice Timbersaw with Poyoyo and DY up there.
30 seconds
Players all
to
spinning
go.
in circles right now around the mid lane. Very excited for this match.
I think unlikely we'll see too much kickoff here at the level 1.
No.
I think Vici Gaming, they'd be quite happy to try and blow someone up here, but
sure.
With a bit more of a potent level 1 combo of spells. But EG, they're not going to give that to them. They'll stay to their half of the map up here.
I'm slightly concerned for EG just because of this massive team fight. If they're able to play around it, sure. But I think at some point they have to be able to fight into it, right? And I see only one real egg hitter that's reliable, which is Arteezy, and I see a Mars. You can absorb the hits, the Bulwark with that Phoenix, also just with the ultimate to block out those ranged hits, it can be really strong. So we'll see if EG can withstand that pressure, because they do have a very strong scaling lineup if they're able to, but not to say that Vici doesn't either.
No, that's true. I mean, at least they've got something, I guess, in the sense that Fly, you know, you can always pop the borrowed time, shield someone else, and then suddenly, even if the spirits are out, the attack speed slow is removed, and you have more of a chance of taking down the egg. So
yeah,
we'll see if
watch the Bulwark.
Those sort of moves.
The absorb hits, you know, that's 70% attack projectile absorptions they can come out too. Okay, let's see how these lanes go, because this puck, I've seen punch versus Emperor a lot. It's pretty skill dependent matchup. I've seen sometimes these Embers do dominate with like Sleight of Fist, but most of the time it's been the pucks just with the more reliable laning.
And then on the side lanes, Poyoyo, they like the sort of the hero pick for the outcome of the overall game. How's the laning for Poyoyo? Against a line and a Timber? Are you doing pretty fine as a morph, or is the pressure on?
The pressure is definitely on. They've even gotten a double wave right at the start. This could be a bit problematic for Vici. Still level 1 on the 2 heroes of EG, but they're pressing forward anyway. DY?
DY.
He might just die here. He's thinking about
trouble here. We'll get the cookie on to crit. It's not enough to save him though. Ice still mobile and ready to go. Cuts him down. With the 2, they've got enough damage for Poyoyo. It's going to be close, but he has the stick charges, and it's enough. EG won't be able to push on for the kill onto the Morphling, but And a huge amount of pressure already coming out. Same time, down bottom, EG, they're able to step up. Arteezy pops the Metamorphosis, and they're able to run down and take out Old 11 from this bottom lane.
EG's laning phase has been something I think everybody's been talking about. They're always very prepared with this when they set this up. That double up wave is really smart with this Timbersaw. Gets the Q at level 2 rather than going for reactive armor. They press that aggression forward. Poyoyo missed quite a bit of last hits under the tower because of that, even missing another one. He's only gotten 4 in 1 in what looks like, 3 waves. So
not easy for him at all there.
No.
It's going to be a slow start for the Morph. Is that something that you see EG's lineup being able to press? You know, if Poyoyo does have a slow beginning to the game, does EG's lineup strike you as a lineup that is going to be able to take a lot of objectives and map control away from Vici Gaming in the mid game?
Might be a little bit hard. They really only have the Terror Blade for the reliable push. They do have Hex. Instant disable is always really nice for Morphling. High damage from Timbersaw, but it could be a little difficult for them to punish it too much. QIW is just getting handled by Arteezy Illusion down bottom. Just watching it, chasing him out of the lane.
Not easy for him to do his job down here. Still has a salve left on him, buddy.
Nice micro. Arteezy even dodging the creep wave with the illusion and sending it back onto him. Will end up getting killed, but does zone him out the way for quite some time. And sending another illusion. Look at this. Arteezy's just trying to zone out the Phoenix with this. Really nice.
It's some nice stuff as well. I mean, he's barely missing a CS. I don't think he's missing any at all, really, whilst he's doing this. Just full control here of the hero and his illusion. Arteezy, you know, playing at the level you would expect after we've seen what he's been able to do on his Terror Blade. Definitely something that you can tell that I think EG's going to be bringing out many, many times here on LAN.
Yeah, and top we see again the same thing. They pulled the wave behind the tower, so they doubled up the wave once more. DY does get a pull off, but now it's a massive wave under the tower for Poyoyo. So EG's going to try to pressure this. They've got an Urn, quick rush onto Ice. Probably looking for an early Spirit Vessel this game. Very effective versus the Morph. Makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And no sort of direct way to remove that until the items start coming in. So it would definitely give good potential for IceFrog, especially backed up by crit to get in and aggressive. A lot of it's going to be down to what we see from the movements from the mid laners. You know, Arbed and Ori, once they hit their 6s, and both of these definite opportunities to be found on the side lanes. You know, you're going to imagine, you know, this Arteezy Terror Blade, Vici Gaming, they would have been very prepared for this. You know, it's no surprise that he comes through with this pick. So we're going to get to see what Vici Gaming's approach will be to try and stop Arteezy from taking over the game.
All right,
definitely.
Carry on.
This bottom looking to pressure him here. He's got raindrops, so a bit more survivable versus Old 11. He's got Fly, 2 for the heals, so he's not bringing out more regen. They're just committing for him.
They're going for him.
They're out of fire spirits.
They've got enough here. They do. Good aggression here from PYW and Old 11 as they're able to run him down, and nothing that Fly can do to keep Arteezy safe there.
Missing good amount of last hits probably here. He's picking it out. Fly wants to go try to catch it, but they're zoning him away from the wave.
They might even, well, Fly's got to be very careful there. Totally out of regen himself.
He didn't miss any of the range creeps though. All 3 of those range creeps still alive, so he only missed 2 melee creeps for that death. Could have been worse.
That's pretty big. Yeah, absolutely. And if anything, getting the nice sort of reset back up to full HP and mana. We'll see if Vici Games is able to do anything about him again, but they themselves, obviously, with the commitment they did make for that kill, not in a great shape right now. PYW and Old 11 very low. In fact, PYW just straight up dies. The chase to the illusion and Fly as PYW gone. So they may have killed Arteezy in this lane, but it did cost them a lot of resources, and as you say, Arteezy didn't end up missing out on that much at all.
No, they've got a bottle, so that death from the Phoenix, I feel like that was actually a good death. He does go down, but he's going to be able to refill the bottle, so they get sustained. So both sides maximizing, even though the deaths do end up happening.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, Old 11 at least able to come back in and start to get back to attempting to pressure Arteezy away from the creeps. Holding on top, Poyoyo still continuing to struggle. It's a slow start here for the Morph. 19 CS. Lowest at the moment out of all 6 cores in the game. It's not an easy lane for him to play.
No, and they're killing the catapult. They're auto-attacking it here on EG, so they're trying to go for just tower pressure as well. Reaction to
one mid.
No such thing
Off
as
the
too
mark.
much
Arbed
damage.
quick with the jump. As that's going to be the first coil put to no use, and a coil as well that was being followed up, or at least attempted to, by both supports, DY and PYW. They came over for that action.
They did.
Arbed with the quick fingers able to make sure that nothing is to be found with that movement.
They were ready for it. He was super ready. This is like a famous rotation. I think it's been years now that Vici's done this. The double collapse of support 6 minutes when they hit the 6 on their mid laner. He expects it, and they still catapult the live mid too. So Abed's going to be able to pressure mid, while top tower's going to die. His catapult's still there.
I mean, that targeted DY is going to be a little bit quick to get the setup, and easily done so. I see with the damage, Crit with the control. DY is gone. We've got like 3 of them here. Poyo. He's not really got a lot that he can do against this. He's just got to run. He's got to step back. As you say, 7 minutes in, this tier 1 tower pretty much taken away as EG have completely crushed any potential for Vici Gaming to really find anything out of this safe lane here. It's been a complete mess for Vici with the way that EG's played.
They put so much focus on here, and you know, I'm going to keep reiterating it. This is the EG preparation for the laning phase that they do so often. 7 minutes tier 1. They're going to be able to collapse now with the supports. Crit, he's going to pull the lane back as well top. He has a double camp that he's going to pull into the wave, so that's going to prevent the Morphling from even farming up there. So he has to go to jungle. That hurts Poyoyo a lot. And Terrorblade, he's going to build the jungle at a very fast pace. Arteezy with a good start. He's going to be able to farm much faster than this Morphling right now.
Yeah, plays it sensible, realizes that the puck's off the map, knows the timing, Dream coils up, and you can see already Vici Gaming, they had 3 heroes down here without the potential of a puck movement. So Arteezy just fully aware that Vici Gaming were absolutely going to be on the hunt for him, and making sure nothing is to be found kill-wise down bottom. Some space for all 11, of course, and they themselves will be able to put some pressure onto that bottom tower.
Seen better days.
Arteezy remaining hidden.
Yeah, Fly is aggressively warding and even stacking enemy jungle. So he just stacked the enemy camp right above him, and they're going to use that to farm for the Timbersaw even more so. Since they know they're preventing the Morphling really from farming nicely up here, they're just going to keep this Timber in line up here and continue to pressure him. Crit already level 5, soon to be 6, 2k gold advantage already for the side of EG.
Yeah, it's starting up very early. 8 minutes in. I mean, the thing is, with the picks that Vici Gaming had, and as we say, the power that the Morph can have against some of EG's heroes, do you think they did expect that, you know what, the laning stage, it is going to be hard. We are going to have a slow start with this lineup.
I do think so. They like overcommitted for the absolute win in team fights, right? It's Puck, it's Phoenix, it's Snapfire, it's Mars. It's shown with just their actual draft, so definitely does make sense. I don't know if they expected to be that much pressure on the Morphling, like losing your tower 7 minutes, getting dole, having 6 CS at 3-4 waves.
Obviously, they want to go for Fly. They're going to drop the Dream. Call there for him with the Sunray. They'll have to damage. Fly will be taken out. We'll see if I can get anything in return. But he might find the courier. He does. They want to take the courier down. Reaches the puck. Trying to chase him with the haste, but Arbed, he's still got remnants available. Vici Gaming, they don't have further control. Ice, meanwhile, diving under the towers. He's ready to run down PYW. With the damage from the urn and the chakram, he's got it. Ice getting kills behind the tier 2s. DY Poyo, they're going to try and push him back. They've got Step on over as well. Them also in. Drop down the arena. Jump over the remnant. Arbed, he's going to chase down to with the shield. Fly's coming in for the side. Healing Ice back up. They're keeping the Timber alive as DY goes down. Ice, Arbed and Fly. They're just going to look to chase down R11 as well. R11 will be able to stop the chain connecting, to stop the Timber chasing. It doesn't matter though. They still get the reach. Arbed's in with the slight. The kills continue to roll in for EG.
Heads up, Quelling Blade doesn't save his life, but looked cool at the very least. But he dies, and we were mentioning that his Timbersaw versus double strength supports. He just cruises right through them. Even if the Morphling turns into him, it doesn't matter. They don't have the damage to deal with him. He's invading and taking the stacks too. This is great moves from EG. 3k gold advantage already.
They've got to do something about this Vici Gaming. Or he's got Dream Core, but a little short on the mana.
Towers in bad shape.
Kind of hard for him to make a move straight up. He's doing his best here with the bold charges. He's got enough for 1 round of spells, but who do they got? I mean, Ice with the full hood. It's not an appealing target, this Timbersaw right now.
No, he's way too tanky. Crit by next to him too. He's got Finger, so they do have to be careful on both that Morphling and Puck to just get burst down.
I'll see how the progress is looking for some of Vici's other heroes. PYW nearly having the 6 online. Of course, as you say, it's their strength does lie in these this team fight that they can offer up. The problem is though, EG just across the board, quite far ahead already. So when this team fight comes, they've got to land these combos perfectly. Bottom,
They're hunting.
Trouble
same
brewing at
start.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's able to get the strength morph off in time, and Arbet and Crit, they don't have enough power to burst through him. So Vici, they find a kill, they'll get themselves
Radiant's
to the tier
bottom
1.
tower ain't a pretty sight
Just
right
the
now.
Abaddon though. 2 times now they've had to commit an
Radiant
ult to
lost
kill
one of
Fly,
them
which I
bottom
don't think Fly
towers.
cares about. They do get the tower at the very least, but that does mean that there's no Mars ult for the rest of the cores to be too worried about.
Rune of double
Ice
damage.
continues
Dire's
to
mid
pressure
tower
mid.
won't last much longer. Radiant's
knows
bottom
that
tower seen better
They can't
days.
really touch him.
And Abed top.
The Dire might
got
want
an
to
E-Force.
find
Yeah,
the
come
top
out and a
tower.
kill.
Offensively. So the egg will save him. And Stun actually does catch up, but cannot let him get any sort of follow-up. Another remnant out. That's enough to get Arbet away.
Nice.
Nice. He's here trying to see sort of, you know, how many Vici Gaming will show themselves. They've got the 3 of them up here, but without the egg and no arena for 20 seconds, still rather difficult for Vici Gaming to set a fight up.
They're making so much space for Arteezy. Absolute free game for the Terrorblade. Besides that one death, which didn't really slow him down at all, they're just applying pressure on the other side of the map, and yeah, Vici doesn't really seem to know how to react at this point. They're starting to get farm on Poyoyo with these stacks, but he has to be careful of some type of invasion play that's going to come out too, because it feels like EG, they're aware of this. They're aware of their advantage right now. See Fly already starting to get in position to perhaps get a ward. Just walk in, face check the high ground, and he's spotting the stacks.
Poyoyo already heading away from the stacks, knows that it's just not safe for him to remain around here, with EG scouting it out as they are.
They're just preventing him from farming it. His jungle is occupied from the Lion and from the Timber, and Ice is actually going to steal the Ancients away himself.
Yeah,
That is
I mean,
brutal.
it's so hard for Poyoyo to find anywhere to farm. He's sitting in the bottom half net worth right now. They're completely punishing the morph. I mean, maybe to the extent that, you know, as the panelists predicted this morph pick, maybe this was very much something that the EG knew that Vici Gaming were going to do against them, and they had in mind a game plan to make sure that the game would be very, very hard for the morph in the early stages.
They just can't deal with the start from this Timber Saw. We mentioned, you know, Ame, he did have that way to be able to deal with him because he had that great laning start, so he turned to the Timber and killed him, but Ice is just too far ahead. Do not have the damage.
Be ensnared in fire.
Able to find 11 in the trees, able to slide. They catch him out. Pretty tanky, but not tanky enough for the finger from Crit there. Crit finishes him off. Another kill for EG now, sitting in a 4K lead here, 14 minutes in.
Easy untouched. Continue to get this free farm. Going for the Diffusal build again. Makes a lot of sense versus the Morphling. He did it the other game too, where it wasn't some like clear narrative of why he would want Diffusal, but it just seems good as an item on Terrorblade as is. As Poyoyo, again, just shows for a second under a ward, immediately has to run away, starts getting run down. Even Arteezy getting involved for this pressure now, perhaps looking to push a tier 2 early on.
Flames will
I mean,
spread
it's just so tough. I
thrice.
mean, Poyoyo, he barely gets to take out a camp of
anything.
neutrals before EG turn up.
Trouble brewing at
I mean,
Radiant's
Vici Gaming,
bottom
but
tower.
what can the rest of them sort of achieve? Like, what sort of moves do Vici need to be making to just try and make this map a little more open and safer for the Morphling?
At the moment, they're getting ran at. They can't connect with their big ulti combos. They need 11 to get in a position to land that combo, but he's so frail because the only hero they're really seeing most of the time is Ice. Look at mid. He's the only hero really showing in a quote-unquote dangerous position, and they would have to commit so much to kill him that then EG has all the space in the world to perhaps even go for a Roshan. If they commit every ult on him, EG goes straight to Rosh. Pushing on bottom. That's just difficult for them to really catch much of anything. They're gonna go for the hard play. They're gonna look for the Ember Spirit, but immediately Abed, he just jumps himself toward top before they even get a chance to set up for him, and we'll see what this smoke can accomplish. Limited vision right now for them.
I'll see what they can get. I mean, smoke just about to come to an end. Already get a sort of setup here. But Ice, yeah, still just he hasn't sort of left this entirety of the mid lane. He's always there, slap bang in the middle of the map, just making it very hard for Vici Gaming to achieve any sort of moves around him.
The supports keep getting these wards deep and aggressive whenever Abed's pushing a lane in. There's a ward to watch him, so he's not going to get caught from one of these Vici rotations from the puck, because they'll be seeing it. And yep, continues to be Ice just in that risky position, and they can't kill him. Now he's got 2180 HP with the Sage, with the Hood. Far too tanky. He's gonna go for the pipe, not really even itemizing for that Spirit Vessel. I think he's recognizing how much they shut the Morphling down. He can perhaps prolong it till later if he even chooses to go for it.
Yeah, and looking at the Morphling going out, oh, top, got the Hex opening. See if they've got enough damage to take out Old 11, Impale to follow up. Not going to commit further though, with the Sunray coming out, TP's coming in. EG will start to back off. Crit, he should get caught here, as they'll find him on the way out.
Dyer's mid-tower.
Same time though, EG, they might still be looking to fight back here. Ahmed's coming in from the side. Let's see what he can set up on. As they're charging, he'll be held back by the Yules for now. Old 11 looking for the combo, but he's not able to find the target. The Remnant out's there. Ahmed's back to safety. The kisses are coming in. They've used everything. It's just not done a whole lot. Ice is still pretty much sitting at 80% HP. Even Timber chases aggressively back into them. They'll drop the Dream Core down. Backup's coming in from Ahmed. Ice still somehow like it's taken them so long that EG is now going to have a chance to punch back a little bit. They take out Old 11. The rest of Vici Gaming have to get out of there. I mean, yeah, they do kill the Timber, but it really does. It literally takes every single spell in the book here from Vici Gaming to kill him.
But it's a good move. It's exactly what they needed to do. Bring absolutely everybody to stop this advantage from EG. Meta starts going down, Arteezy runs away. They needed to get something to get this Morphling back into the game, and he pretty much is back in. He's got the Ethereal Blade any second now. The puck also has Witchblade onto the way toward the Blink Dagger too, so a good move to stop the momentum that EG was getting.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of the E-Blade rush this game from Poyo. It's obviously the more difficult thing to pull off, you know, not having that Manta to remove some of the things that EG are going to be able to throw down onto the Morph, but it gives you that fantastic potential to just get kills and have that opportunity to start some of these engagements with a hero dead on EG's side.
Yeah, just you can explode the Terror Blade. You can perhaps explode the Ember if you can connect your spear onto him, since you did play that one beautifully versus that Yule Scepter. They can still look to kill some targets. Charge finishes Blink Dagger. He's gonna get punished. 11 finds him. They do have this aggressive ward. That smoke that they made earlier, it wasn't successful for a kill, but it did get them vision deeply.
Oh yeah, these are some nice plays from Vici Gaming.
He was about
after
to
a
have Blink
very
too.
tough start here.
He had what, 50 gold or something, 80 gold till he had Blink Dagger, so a very
yeah, he must have been
kill.
so close. Absolutely.
To find themselves also a Philosopher's Stone for the Phoenix, one of the better items that you can get onto this more carry-esque support hero. And do a blink on the puck too, so several different forms of initiation. Is this a Spirit Vessel almost done too? PYW almost has a Spirit Vessel too, so some solutions for this versus this tanky Timbersaw will be coming out from Vici as well.
Radiant's
playing around their
bottom
ward
tower
vision, sitting
seen
around
better
his bottom
days.
ward that got them the kill on the Lion. Crit, he's going down to the bottom lane to finish up his Blink Dagger, and Vici has found themselves a better footing inside of the game now.
Oh, for sure, yeah, EG showing their prowess in the laning stage, but Vici Gaming able to pull out these moves now that's definitely keeping control of the lead that EG have built up. See mid, Old 11.
Dyer's top tower's getting
You
beat
want
down.
to try and open up on Ice. It's not too tempting here.
It's too close to the tower.
Yeah.
If they have the Vessel, maybe. But without the Vessel, I don't think that they'll have the
That's
damage.
4 in a row.
Crit spotted though.
Got him
Dyer's top
instead.
tower.
Yeah.
You know the drill.
They're able to take down Crit. Of course, did manage to spend up on the Blink Dagger before,
Dyer
so
went
they'll
and
have that ready for the
fortified
next
their
fight. But
structures. Radiant
with a man
structures
down on
must have been
EG,
fortified.
VG Gaming, they've got the numbers to keep the pressure on mid. We'll see what EG do about this pressure and push with
Radiant's
the 4
mid
of them.
tower's
Looks like they're not too
getting banged
interested
up.
as Old Lemon's pushing them away, giving the space here for Vici Gaming to take this tier 1 tower mid.
Radiant's mid
Good
tower's
moves from
getting what
Vici.
for?
They get the 20-minute mark too. Tome gets purchased right away for PYW. Soon to be level 12 on him for that level 2 egg, which, as we mentioned, is probably going to be pretty unkillable for EG in most of these situations. So definitely back in the game. Arteezy still leading that board, has his BKB finished, so maybe he can kill the egg if the fight does kick off for him. And he's looking to fight back. I love that I've been seeing this more inside the major. It tends to happen at all these tournaments. It's just these constant fights. This is one of the slower games though. 9-7, 21 minutes in. Only 2k gold advantage for EG from the way Vici has stabilized the game.
But definitely one of those games where it feels like the kills that we've had have been more good plays rather than mistakes, you know, from either team.
Agreed.
It's some very, very nice moves here from both sides. Let's see, yeah, Arteezy with that BKB, as you say, he's ready to join the gang. They've got a smoke on crit if they want to go, and they do. Straight away, EG. Ready to make the move. Arteezy's hit this power spike now with the BKB. Obviously, excellent timing here. See if they can get the catch on Poyoyo. All down to crit with the blink.
Dive mid-tower.
Hex is there. Straight inside. Crit makes the jump there with that blink reveal, and it couldn't be on a better target there. Morphling taken out.
Dive's bottom
Look at the
tower's
map
getting
of
the
Sentinel
business.
Vici has placed.
Look at mid. And they're really trying to fly side side. They need the coil and the kisses. It's not enough. And the egg and the arena. But Ice, he'll be fine. Ahmed's been out in it for now. He's able to rend the now in time to dodge the super overstun and get straight back into the chains onto old 11. That Ultimates now, Vici Gaming, they've got not really anything else to fight with.
Dive's mid-tower.
Once more, just everything being thrown out. This time they don't get Ice. This is all the ultimates being used by Vici Gaming, but to no avail. Nothing is achieved with
tower.
That's with the vessel, a full sunray as well on Ice, but with the pipe, with even the Van Brace, a little bit of extra magic resist, it's enough for them to survive, take the tier 2 after killing the Morphling bottom. Big move from EG now. Striking back after a little bit of momentum was going Vici's way. They start to reassert their dominance. Take the outpost away too.
Bounty killing!
It just goes to show that Vici Gaming, you know, being the 5k behind, they can't really take the fights 4v5. They have to have the full squad up. They have to have Poyoyo's involvement with this E-Blade. Otherwise, they just don't stand a great chance at all of really getting any of these kills. Maybe apart from if they do catch crit out of position. But of course, that has not happened too much at all this game. So not easy for Vici Gaming to make these plays when they lose a hero.
No, and the Mars ult only really catches, in theory, just an advantage. The Underspirit just jumps out of it, so the Arena and the Egg don't really connect as they would have liked to. Need their full squad. As EG, see an opportunity now to perhaps go for a roast. That Egg's still on cooldown for 30 seconds. Should be able to bring this one down quite safely.
Dive's top
There's going to be any
tower's
awareness
getting
here
beat
from
down.
Vici Gaming. It's not the quickest of roaches, so there's definitely a chance for Vici to try and get something to happen here. Poyoyo and Ori, they're on the hunt down bottom, seeing if they can get a catch. If they get the coil down onto Arbet, they might have a chance of popping it.
He sees them.
He's going to show himself
right
away.
on top of them.
He does indeed, and he's out.
And that's the space.
Fully aware there of the play's been made, and it really is, drawing half the team of Vici Gaming down to the bottom lane. As the Kisses will come out. No, Ice, he's in immediately, straight on top of DY. I think he barely got one kill out there before having to try and run.
told you to stop
And he's not going to be
getting blood on
able
my
to do so. Ice chases him down. DY will die. As EG, they can finish off this rush without any further interruptions now from Vici.
Strength supports for Timbersaw.
Those just got stomped by the Radiant. Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
Very terrifying indeed. I mean, it's one of those sort of things that there's not really too much you can buy, right, as that strength support that really helps you against the Timber killing you. It's not like he's running up and hitting you, you buy a Ghost Scepter. There's no sort of kind of cheap, affordable item that's really going to stop him from getting away with that each and every time.
Glimmer is the best solution, but yeah, when you're just using your kisses, he can just get right on top of you. And they did have a ward. They did prepare themselves very nicely for that Roshan, both with the ward bottom to watch the aggressive move and the defensive ward to watch in case of any move. G.
No, for sure. Yeah, if the Glimmers come out.
The Dire might want to mine
he's
the top
got
tower.
the wand in it, so he can get some detection out on himself easily.
Yeah.
It's very hard for them to hide from this Timbersaw. Okay, just a lot of weight on Poyoyo. KB E-Blade, what can this morph do? The potential of him was talked up a lot at the start of this game. Let's see what he can bring. So far, it's been a very quiet game from him. 0, 1, and 1, and understandably so. It's very, very hard for him to really get involved. This BKB should be enough for him to be able to turn up, maybe find that opportunity to burst down one, but I say that he's going to get jumped. He's going to find him, and they're going to damage. They do. That's the ball fountain down for 50 seconds as Crit getting these setups and really being the thing that's just stopped Poyo from being able to play those last few times. Trying to push down bottom, turn up in the mid. Chris finds him, and with Poyo gone, again, it's just 4 versus 5. Vici Gaming, there's not a whole lot they can do to tackle EG.
They're trying to just slow down the wave, but Vici, they glyphed the catapult to keep it alive a little bit longer. Vici will glyph back to kill that catapult. 15 seconds still matter.
Of course. See if they want to push in with that timing in mind. Still tier 2's ready for the taking on the side lanes for EG if they want to go for the easier objectives.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Terribly, not necessarily in any rush to end this game soon. They can definitely take the safer route here.
Absolutely. Still showing some respect to that massive team fight that Vici does have when they do have their full squad up. When Poyo respawns. Now starting to reset. They do see the Morphling bottom for a second. Gonna push the top lane with the Ember Spirit. He can rejoin the fight too. He has that Remnant in the mid lane in case it does kick off.
Bounty!
Full Greaves now for Timber. So even tankier. Pipe Greaves, he's got the auras for his team.
Time Slither as well here for RTZ.
Yummy.
And what do Vici do? Setting up around the bottom, and they're bringing 4 in here. Maybe the anticipation that EG might come in for a tier 2 tower defense. Don't know if that's going to be the case. I mean, EG, of course, with the Terrorplane Metamorphosis up, they can look to just pressure the high ground, maybe try and force Vici Gaming to be the ones that have to back up.
Yeah, they're going to force some reaction. They have a base ward placed now, too. It is spotted for Vici. Going to get killed quite quickly.
Radiant's bottom
eyes on crit for this train, EG.
Poyo definitely has to do that. Make sure that he's prepared for the jump from this lion.
Dire's lost the top tower.
Trying to start things off onto RTZ. BKB and Aegis to fall back on here for RTZ. They'll start things off with the kisses. Trying to slow him down. RTZ trying to do his best here to sidestep them. I mean, even if he doesn't, it's not too much damage at all. If he doesn't really care, that's the melee round's gone. They get the even immediately. BKB comes out. RTZ takes down. PYW's gone as well. Poyo, he's trying to get crit. He really wants to kill this line. Will manage to do so. They bring down Poyo. He's suffering against the damage from the rest of EG as that's a morph down. Poyo and 11, they do have buybacks available, but the top backs are taken. They're swinging over towards the mid. EG, I don't think they're going away anytime soon. Still with that Aegis. They want to at least try and maybe force out some of these buybacks. Zarbed throwing in the Remnant aggressively, threatening the ability for him to jump in onto the back lines. They're going to continue to go to work, EG, onto the base of Vici Gaming. They don't want to spend these buybacks, Vici. And if they don't, they will lose themselves a second set of racks here against the Terrorplane of RTZ. They'll get the objectives. Barely losing anything at all. Their only crit that died came straight in with the buyback. Vici Gaming, they're still just unable to do anything about EG getting whatever they want.
EG just smashing fights, even versus this insane team fight lineup that Vici has drafted. They can't get their spells off. The egg doesn't even come off before he dies. Old 11 can't get a spear off. He runs in, drops the ult, and then just gets hexed and killed. Doesn't get his BKB off because of that. Excellent plays from EG, getting themselves huge advantage now. 11k gold lead, swinging to bottom two. Vici's team fight's just been broken.
Yeah, they've just never been able. Well, they have been able to get it together. It's just never really been enough.
No, and not in the right scenarios with like multiple heroes caught inside of it either. It was only really the Abaddon. The one time when they got the big connection, it was just an Abaddon.
Sure.
And it was IceFrog kind of baiting them to go for that play there. It's been really good execution from EG. Almost the entire game making no mistakes.
I mean, and when you look at EG achieving this here with this lineup, I mean, you know, as a team, what do you think you're looking at about this and saying we got to take this away, we got to break this up? You know, how do you stop EG from being this fluid with these heroes?
You got to be more prepared for the lanes. They just played these lanes so well. RTZ free farmed. They took the top tower 7 minutes because this Timber saw that double up wave, that level 1 play, just set them up for a pretty huge advantage going into the mid game. And just the way that they've worded it too, I've loved the vision that EG has been placing. They're watching all the moves, and they're always putting Ice in the risky position. And he's only died the once, even when he is playing super far up. He's giving Arteezy all the space in the world to farm. It's been very impressive.
There we have it. On 11, he's going to try something, but the BKB's out from Arteezy. Instantly steps outside the arena.
The Dire's bottom
Continues to push on here with the Metamorphosis. What can they do? Jumping with the Kyiv. The catch on the Arteezy. Do they have the burst? Attempted to get him with the Supernova as well. BKB pop by Poyo-Yo. But EG, they're just stepping back. They don't care. Ahmed, he's stepping in, he's going out. But the Remnant's dancing over Vici Gaming here, Ahmed. As again, the ultimates are down, but nobody is dying. Nobody's even barely taking any damage on EG here to the combos from Vici Gaming. It's EG, they'll push on, they'll get themselves another set of racks. This one is looking pretty much over, and yeah, they'll call it now. GG, well played there, as EG here looking terrifying in this game one. This was seemed like a bit of a walk in the park for EG.